Hello, beautiful people. It's Sinderfam. Welcome to the channel. Today, we're back again with another video from the Whatever podcast. Let's check it out.
Okay, Super RC, thank you for the 50. As masculine men, we should be compassionate. Let them decide whether they want to have a baby or not. It's not black and white. There's no proof of God or the right religion. There's hundreds of religion. Can't use religion as facts for law. Super Ronnie.
Oh my
I like
gosh.
this
It's just so incoherent because people now treat this stuff as though you're like talking about a magical sky daddy with a beard or whatever. That's what like the modern
It's
atheists
actually
say.
an AI plus some robot.
Yeah, that's right.
And then
It's-
it's gonna wipe us all out.
yeah, it's
when
like
he
it's
scans
like
all
a
our
god.
arguments.
Yeah. It's like an AI machine that looks a lot
Oh, by
like
the way, you
God.
never
Yeah.
answered. So the ecto baby thing. Would you agree if someone doesn't want to have the baby to put that?
Well, I think he.
As a last resort. As a last resort, maybe. But no, the thing is, the existence of God can be known with certainty from the natural world by the light of human reason, and you actually have to reason about all these things. If you want to pass a law against parking tickets or taxes, you have to take into account moral thoughts. So yeah, the religion is essential to it, as we all know.
Wrong.
Toasted.
Just kidding. I don't give a fuck. Believe what you want. If that helps you sleep better at night, bro.
Oh,
If,
my-
that,
No, it's
if,
just-
if when you're
it's just
tucking
that it's-
yourself in, you go to sleep thinking that's how the life is working.
No,
hey,
it's just the
who am I
it's the
to
inescapable.
fuck up your sleep patterns.
No, it's just the inescapable conclusion of my use of right reason by the things that I perceive.
And it's
in
like,
the
but
world.
you
How do you know
say
you're
that
right?
and you don't realize when you're
Because
saying
I've-
that how insane you sound.
part of
Like,
what's wrong.
like to us, like, you know how back in the day when people are like, oh, I'm sick, I have a mental illness, they're like, oh, the devil, Satan. I feel like we're gonna get to a point in society where it's like what you're saying right now is like they're gonna think you're crazy.
Well, the
'Cause, like,
de-
you
the devil
literally- you
is-
sound
Yeah.
crazy. Like you sound crazy when you say
I-
that shit. Like I hope you. I don't know if it's just me, but you literally sound like Looney Tune bin, like you're ready to get locked up, like straight.
Whoa.
Kiko, you just told me that
Believe what you want.
You just told me that if a man has sex with another man while that other man is wearing a dress, he's not engaged in a homosexual action because the second man is secretly a woman. But you're telling me
Secretly.
that but by using my right reason to deduce from the world that because the world is, say, in motion, there has to be an unmoved mover, or because the world is caused, there has to be an uncaused cause, or for any other number of reasons, we can conclude that God must exist in order for this contingent world to be as it is. That seems a little crazy.
And there, right there, folks, is exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Like that was like you barely even used any religious jargon, but it's like
Right, I used logic.
Like it doesn't,
I used the
like,
language of
you're
formal
losing
logic.
us. Like you're losing us.
What do you say?
I guess.
I'm
Maybe
just trying to be
I
honest.
What do you
Like-
say to guys? Like some people commented, no girl is worth waiting 3 months. What do you say?
No girl's worth waiting 3 months. Who is this guy? Is this guy just like picking up hookers every night and sort of like paying a cheap kind of? No, I would say 3 months is a good minimum to start with. Maybe.
Eric, can you open the door a little bit? It's a little stuffy
It's
in
all
here.
personal. It's all personal preference.
All right, we have drive
think
here.
it's- I feel
Or
like
objectively true or
It's
false.
personal preference.
What did you say?
Or it's objectively true or false. You know, it's like either it's
All the
either
way
I can't. I'm not
objective,
hearing
all
the
the
last
way
part.
there.
Is it my fault? Is it my fault?
Objectively.
You said?
No, no, no.
Oh, true or
like
false?
objective, not subjective.
No, it's just
Yeah.
you find somebody who believes what you believe and go make babies and have love with them like you did, and we'll, yeah, happy for you. But like me,
Yeah,
we wouldn't,
we
we
wouldn't.
wouldn't. So I'm gonna meet somebody who I already have, who we share a lot of similar views. We share some differing views, but we know how to respect each other's views because they're not so polarizing that we are disrespecting each other. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but isn't there like, aren't there better and worse ways to live? Like, can't you?
Yeah, and like you
improve
seem like
in
you're
your
living
life?
your life in agony, so worried about what
Me?
all these
I look
other
like I'm
people
in
are
agony.
doing.
I'm the happiest guy I know.
But like maybe maybe not
I don't
exactly.
storm off sets.
Maybe not
I
you
don't even
exactly.
raise my voice.
You know what is funny now? We get people who are confused. They are telling you who is thinking right that you are the one that is confused or you are the crazy one. Now, it's not a problem because we see this because if a crazy person is chasing you that is normal and you a normal one is also chasing that crazy person, automatically people will think the both of you are crazy or lunatics because nobody would know who is normal and who is not normal because both of you are chasing each other. So obviously we now see it in this society where people only want to have conversation with only people they share views with or share the exact same opinions with. They don't want to agree to disagree, or they don't want to have conversations with other people that they don't agree with. Because if I have a conversation with you and we don't agree, then one person is gonna yell over the other and scream at the top of their lungs because you have to see things my own way, and if you don't see things my own way, then you are the problem or you are part of the problem. It doesn't work like that. I don't think the society would exist if everybody think alike or think the same. That's why we have differences of opinion and different thoughts of opinion. But I mean, it's not even surprising because we get some group of people or some people who don't even think freely for themselves. They only follow the masses, so they let people do the thinking for them. Then they follow just as is convenient or is easy. Because I mean, as long as I'm not thinking with my brain, you're doing me a favor because I don't have to stress myself to worry about nothing. I just have to follow just because you said this and this is convenient. It's less stressful for me. So let me follow. That is what we see in the society. And I mean, my question still remains, how did we get here? Because it's not making sense. Or what do you think?
Don't say you don't raise your voice.
I
'cause
don't
you have.
I voice.
But
well, I project because
yeah,
I'm a
I
performer
mean, I get that. I project too.
But
I
I don't
project
start
too.
yelling. I don't get really
Yeah,
angry,
I get that.
You know?
But maybe not you necessarily, but I
Yeah,
do know
I'm a
so
pretty
many
happy
people
fella.
who like literally like they are straight men, but are just sitting rocking at night at the thought of trans women having sex with straight men. Like, why are you guys so concerned? Like, get the over it.
Well, you know,
like,
I think
I'm
it's because
so
it's
serious
pushed,
right now.
right, on
Yeah,
some
because
people.
they're pushing
It's
it
not
on
that
everybody.
push though. Look
not
away.
that push.
As somebody,
It's
you know what's
not
crazy?
that
push.
Okay,
Yeah.
here's the point
It's
though.
not that
You know that
push.
thing that's circulating around with me? That shit has probably what, like 3 million views now, or 6 million views on Twitter. It's of me. I'm the one speaking in the video. It has not once come up on any of my social media platforms. I'm only getting people sent to me, and I'm in it. It's because you guys are making that your life. Step away from the internet. Go touch some grass. You guys say it's only 1% of people. Go surround yourself without that.
Kiko, the reason is because up until 2015, there was no such thing as transgenderism as a matter of public life. In 2015, Barack Obama decided to insert it into military policy. And then also in 2015, a bunch of liberals in North Carolina passed an ordinance that said that there are no women's bathrooms anymore because dudes can go into the women's bathroom. So it was the pro-transgender people.
I'm letting you know right now, it's
who
not
forced this on
trans women who are. It's those
Who are
weirdos
what?
who are
Going into the
weirdos
bathrooms?
who are
It's
going into the
exclusively
bathrooms who are
trans
trying to like who are trying to abuse that power. They would have been going into those bathrooms
Yeah,
regardless
period.
if it was allowed for them to or
Where
not.
do the trans women go to the bathroom?
In the women's bathroom because they were
Exactly.
trans
So,
women.
But you just said that it's not
That's the thing I'm
trans women
saying.
who go
I'm
into the
saying
bathroom.
the trans women who are actual trans women who are.
There's no such thing as an actual trans woman.
Okay, what I'm trying to say is there's weirdos who are going to abuse the power who would have abused the power without those laws in place anyways. Those
No,
weirdos
but they would be
who-
kicked out. Is the difference?
They are still going to be kicked out. A man
No,
can't.
now there's a civil right according to the
You
Bostock
think
decision
you think
in
so? If you
2020
think you
that
walked
allows
into
men to
if
go
you
to
think
the
if you
women's
walked into the women's bathroom in that state right now and you just said, "Oh, I go by She Hers," they're gonna let you stay in there? Be fucking for real.
Not-
Like there's
Yeah,
common
for
sense
real.
still, dude.
Kiko, if they didn't, I could sue under civil
And you
rights
wouldn't
law,
win.
and I
You
wouldn't
wouldn't win. You
Unfortunately, I
wouldn't
would
win.
win.
I'm guaranteeing
No, you would not win.
You wouldn't.
No, there's a
You look the
Supreme
way
Court
you
There
look.
have
called
so
the-
much
called the
evidence against
Bostock
you. There's so
case.
much evidence.
There's no
You guys
evidence
are so
against you.
delusional
The
to like
idea-
these actual real world problems because you guys
Kiko.
read 2 stats online of people, or you talk to one person who's a detransitioner, or you hear one thing online, and you guys think it is the
No, Kiko, I'm
overall
just telling you what
arcing
the law
normal.
says. The thing about
I know what the
gender
law
identity-
says,
Let him, hold on,
the
let
thing
him
about
talk.
gender identity is that it is a self-identity. So there's no test that someone has to take to prove that one is now a man or a woman. It's all just self-definition.
But you're
So-
still going to be in
But
front of
there-
the court
but
of
there
law,
still
and it's
is
still, you're still
common
going to have to
sense.
win the
They're
case.
gonna
No
see
judge
you,
is going
yeah.
to no
But-
judge is
but
going to have you
now-
win that case.
but
I'm sorry, you're
acco-
delusional. If you think
According,
that's the case.
you're right. According to pre.
That's why we still have the gay panic law in some states. If you think that's
Okay,
passed,
What's a gay
actually,
panic
can I say
You're- you-
something? I witnessed this like the other week. We were at a really nice restaurant, like where you had to dress up to go there.
Yeah.
And then there was a trans person, and they walked in like fishnets and just a bra exposing everything, and
Yeah.
it was very vocal about it.
Any such
And
cases.
then some people next to the table asked like why the person was allowed in the restaurant. They said we can't kick them out.
Exactly.
So it does happen.
That's
but
that. Then they don't have a dress code. That should be a dress code
It
thing.
is a
No
dress
matter
code.
your
No, it is a
gender,
dress code.
no
Because
matter
it's
your
just violated
gender,
if
no
you're-
matter your gender, you have to follow a dress
How
code.
they're able to kick her out.
Just
the
like my
dress
friend,
code.
yeah, my friend
Yeah,
just
but
got
I
kicked
don't know
out
why
of
they
Vegas
didn't.
because she was it's a
But is your
masculine
friend a
female.
trans woman?
She's a masculine female wearing men's attire, and they
Yeah.
did not let her in because she didn't fit the woman's dress code.
That's
What was the
simple.
establishment?
And
in
she
Vegas?
left, and she just left. It's like, but yeah, I'm not saying it can't happen, but that's the thing of dress code. That's nothing to do with gender.
Yeah,
Because even a woman wouldn't get away with wearing that.
I know, but
so they need to update their rules.
But no,
they
women
should've kicked her out
especially
then.
women would not get away with wearing that. But the thing about this weird transgender moment is that transgender identifying people can get away with whatever the hell they
No,
want.
they can't.
I'm saying
You
if they
should-
had a
that
dress
person
code
should
in
kick
place,
them out.
they would not be
Yeah.
allowed. If they had a dress code saying no fishnets or exposing
think
things
that
allowed,
the
no matter if they
establishment-
thought they were a
I
fucking
know,
unicorn, they wouldn't be allowed to sit in there.
Yeah,
Pika.
literally.
The
They can. There was
establishments
a
are
major-
nervous to say anything or kick them out.
That-
because
that's a
they're
problem
nervous
on
to-
them. That's a problem on them getting nervous
There-
about it. Why do you have to be so nervous? It's a
because then they'll
person.
end
There
up
was
on the
another
news.
Supreme Court
I
case
don't know.
about this, though, about dress codes for transgender identifying people, specifically in a funeral home, and the transgender person prevailed in that because we're in this weird moment. It was actually parodied in Family Guy, which is that there's this guy at the end of the bar who's a transvestite, and he's looking at porn, and the bartender comes down and he says, "Hey, you can't look at porn at this bar." And he says, "Hey, no, I'm a transgender." They said, "Oh, okay, then do whatever the hell you want." And that's actually how our Supreme Court law works, and it's how it operates in the country. And it's ridiculous.
So a
I agree.
transgender can murder someone. We'll be like, "Hey, you're transgender. Do whatever the you want."
There are an odd number of serial killers who have been, including
All
the
right.
most famous ones.
Let's
like
wrap
Ed
it up,
Gein,
Brian.
but, yeah,
Let's wrap it up.
It's just a historical fact. But
All right, we gotta get through
I
the
love to
super
talk
chats.
about Silence of the
Let's
Lambs and stuff.
This is how it works, yeah. I'm gonna scream at the top of my lungs until you agree with me. And you see someone who is confused and delusional, still telling you that you're thinking straight or thinking right, that you are the confused one or you are the delusional one. Isn't that even surprising to see? Because I mean, they would not agree and believe that they are delusional. Because if you think a man can play dress up or a man can wear a dress, and all of a sudden automatically he becomes a woman, what does that make you of you? Because I mean, are you telling yourself the truth, or are you living in reality, or there's a separate world that you're living in? But of course, no, you're not gonna say see it that way, because if you do, then you are the crazy one or you are the confused one. You see how we are so far from normalcy in the society just because we want to be so accepting or are inclusive. It doesn't make sense. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. I'm sure tons of people have interesting things to share. I would really love to share that. You can share the useful information you think might be really helpful. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and all of that stuff. And until next time, see you in the next video.